linear transformations. Linear transformations is given in this form. X sub nu is equal to a plus bx. This is what you need to know for linear transformations. When you add or subtract a value to all the data, and if you look up top here, that's A. So we're like, okay, we're adding A to all the data. We change only measures of center, not spread. Okay, so what does that mean? That means we change mean, we change median, and the little medians, which is Q1 and Q3. Standard deviation, variance, IQR, all that stuff is not changed, only measure of center. When you multiply or divide, all the data, by a number, and here it will be b because it was that a plus bx, we change everything. So that means we change measure of center and spread. So we change median, we change mean, we change Q1, Q3, we change standard deviation, change variance, IQR. Now let's take a look at some examples. And this is on Roman numeral 14 in your notes. And we have monthly salary for an entry-level actuary. Mean is $8,800. Median is $6,750. Standard deviation is 900. And IQR is 2200. So what do we do? Well, let's take a look at number 1. Everyone received a $1,000 a month raise, then an 8% raise. So a $1,000 raise, then 8%. So the first thing we're going to do is $1,000 raise. That's adding. And when we add, we only change measures of center. So my mean is 8,800 plus 1,000, which is 9,800. My median is 6,750 plus 1,000, which is 7,750. Standard deviation and IQR stays the same. Now we're going to do an 8% raise. That's multiplying. Percent is multiplying. So I'm going to take $9,800, this is for the mean, and multiply by 0.08, so 9,800 times 0.08, and I get 784. And then I add that back to 9,800. I get 10,584. Median is 7,750 times 0.08, which is $620. Let me double check that. 6,750. Oh no, it's 7,750, excuse me. Times 0.08, $620. Plus the 7,750. Get $8,370. Your standard deviation, we didn't have anything when we added 1,000, so it's still at 900 times 0.08, which is 72. Then we add the 900 again, so it's $972. And IQR. We have 2,200. That didn't change when we added 1,000. Times 0.08 is $176. And then add it back into the 2,200. And we get $2,376. Okay? So now let's take a look at number 2. So the mean is still 8,800. The median is 6,750. Standard deviation is 900. IQR 2,200. So number 2, everyone received an 8% raise and then 1,000. So we're going to do an 8% first, then 1,000. So this is multiplying, and then we're going to add. So we're going to multiply first. So every mean, median, standard deviation, and IQR, everything gets multiplying. So mean 8,800 times 0.08 is 704. And then add that back to 8,800. And we have 10,504. Nope, sorry. 9,504. Median 6,750 times 0.08 is 540 plus the 6,750, 7,290. Standard deviation, 900 times 0.08, which is 72, plus the 900, 972. IQR, 2,200 times 0.08 is 176, plus the 2,200 is 2,376. Now, standard deviation will stay the same because you don't do anything when you add. IQR will do the same thing. But now I'm going to do add $1,000. So I'm going to change mean and median. So I have 9,504 plus 1,000. So 10,504. And median, 7,290 plus 1,000 is 8,290. So it did matter if you add or multiply first for the mean and median, but it didn't matter for standard deviation and IQR because we're not going to do any adding to standard deviation and IQR. We only multiply because that's spread. You only multiply spread. You don't add or subtract. Number 3. So mean is 8,800. Median, 6,750. Standard deviation, 900. IQR, 2,200. And we have y sub nu is equal to 1,500 plus 1.2x. So let's do the mean first. The mean would be 1,500 plus 1.2x. Well, x will be the mean, 8,800. Now ask yourself, do we add, subtract, multiply, divide with mean, median? Well, we do everything with that. So I do 1.2 times 8,800. Do that first. I get 10,560 plus 1,500, 12,060. Make sure you can see that. So there's mean. Median, 1,500 plus 1.2, 6,750. So I do 1.2 times 6,750, and I get 8,100 plus 1,500 is 9,600. Standard deviation, 1,500 plus 1.2 times 900. Do 1.2 times 900. It's 1080. And I do not add the 1,500 because we don't add for spread. And IQR. 1,500 plus 1.2, 2,200. So 1.2 times 2,200 is 2,640. And we do not add for spread. And not too bad if you remember those simple rules. Measures a center, you do everything to. Measures a spread, like standard deviation, IQR, range, variance, you only multiply to. Okay, good luck. Remember on linear transformations, whenever you add or subtract a number to all the data, you only change the measures of center, which is mean, median, Q1 and Q3. Now when you multiply the same number or divide, same thing with percents, then you change everything, including spread. So I change mean, median, Q1, Q3, and the spreads, which is standard deviation, variance, range, and IQR. Good luck.